Hi, I'm Jason Matthews, owner of Matthews Painting Company near Warsaw, Indiana. We continue our tutorial videos that we show all of our new employees who we train to become professional painters. Today we're simply going to talk about how we cover furniture. So for our example today, we will just be covering this table. Very easy for some, but this is something where we would be covering dressers, we would be covering other pieces of furniture like couches, end tables, and things of that nature that we have to move, let's just say, towards the middle of a room prior to painting the walls and the ceiling. We have a special way we like to cover our furniture in plastic, and I'll explain that here a little bit up front. We do like to use a lot of extra plastic so that it is actually going down onto the floor itself a foot or two. The reason for that are a few. Many times we can get paint on the bottom of our leg, and if we're going up against a nice couch and that plastic isn't all the way to the floor, where do you think that paint's going to go? It's going to go on your nice leather couch or whatever type of couch you have. The other reason is to keep dust. There's a lot of sanding of drywall repairs, for example, on the jobs that we are on for interior jobs. So this also keeps the dust from sliding up under the plastic, getting on your new furniture or your nice couch or chair. The other reason we like to tuck it down onto the floor and under a drop cloth, and I'll show you that in a minute, is not only do sometimes we get our leg caught in the plastic to where it could pull the plastic off, but also we run fans during the day to actually dry our walls at times. And this keeps the plastic intact because it's going all the way down, drop cloth over the edges, and you will see that. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that now. So we like to use plastic that is pretty thin. It's actually 0.31 thickness, so it's very, very thin. It tears easy, so we usually only use this for covering furniture. I like to unroll quite a bit of it. Now, this is 12 foot. Once I unravel it from side to side, it's a 400-foot roll. So it's 12 by 400 by 0.31 is what we say in this company. This will end up being 12 feet wide. It's on a 400-foot roll, and the thickness is very, very thin. So I like to start on the floor here, and you can see that excess I've already got coming onto the floor. I roll it across my table, right off the edge. Camera can't see this, but I have a good amount of excess over here on this side as well. I'm doing this with one person. It's a lot easier to do with two people. This is where you will see the plastic start to come apart, much like our tack cloth video, if you've not seen that on YouTube. But we take our time and we just completely get this plastic to where it's completely unraveled. You can shake it out a little bit. This is the part where it looks like I'm an amateur, but you'll look like an amateur too. It takes a little bit to actually get it unfolded. And once you are about there, you can start going over the couch or table and start covering it, because this is where you can actually unravel it a little bit more on the edges once you get it up and over the table that you're working on. And I'm making sure, again, that there's excess coming onto the floor. I see a lot of companies covering furniture like that. That allows all that dust, paint on your paint leg, getting on your furniture. It's your home. That's why we want to protect everything really well. We bring that plastic all the way down, like so. Takes a little extra time, but it's well worth it. Now, if you can see on the other side of the table, I have this much plastic all the way around my table. You might say, what happens if I don't have enough plastic? Then you would just get another piece and you would overlap this plastic by about 1 to 2 feet. So for example, let's just say you were covering 2 of these tables and your plastic only came to here. You would bring that next piece of 12-foot plastic right there and then tape it to this plastic so that it wouldn't come up. Then what we like to do once we get this in place is that's when we now put our drop cloths down. I'm just going to put down one quick drop cloth to kind of show you what we do. This is a very thin runner, we call this. Usually our drop cloths are much larger. But now we go right over the top of that plastic, which holds that in place. And some of our larger drop cloths are heavier. But as you see, that drop cloth is holding this plastic in place. Now your furniture is, for the most part, completely sealed. Again, I'm Jason with Matthews Painting Company. Please feel free to visit our website at matthewspainting.com or like us on our YouTube page, Matthews Painting. Thank you.